So with the model, we're going to demonstrate exactly what occurs with the labyrinth, with special attention to the vestibular portion of the labyrinth, as you take a patient through a Hallpike and then through a modified left epley. So imagine the patient's in long sitting here, their nose forward, the posterior canal sitting here. We first turn their head 45 degrees to the left so that we have the posterior canal aligned in the plane of motion here when we go to do a Hallpike. So the patient's in long sitting, and we're going to go to bring them back into a Hallpike position, and we're moving them right in the plane of their posterior canal. So the patient ends up back here, head over the bed 10, 20 degrees at the most, and we drop them right in the plane of their posterior canal. So if the debris was sitting here at the base of their canal, we drop them back, and the debris should drop through the long arm of the canal and then eventually settle. Once the debris settles, the patient's symptoms settle down. So their head is in 45 degrees of rotation. This is the position of the ear. To go into the second position, we're going to move into an epley maneuver, left modified epley maneuver. So the next step is actually to turn the patient's head 90 degrees. So if we turn the head 90 degrees, remember the ear is going to move 90 degrees. So if we do that, this is where your posterior canal ends up. All right, so you went from here to here. Most patients do not get symptomatic in position number 2 because the debris doesn't migrate through the canal. Position number 3 is we're going to roll the patient again. We're going to turn the patient towards their right. So the ear's again going to move 90 degrees. So this is the third position of an epley where the nose is tilted down towards the floor. So if we roll them, another thing we do that we found that's successful, or aids in the success of a maneuver, is as you roll them and you have the ear in this position to tuck the chin in a little bit. So this facilitates the debris to migrate towards the utricle. So hopefully the debris dumps out of the canal and into the utricle. And then from this position, we will typically take patients and not roll them back over to their back, but from here, sit them back up, and the debris should stay seated within the utricle. It is a bad sign with the maneuver if on their side they had no symptoms and you go to sit the patient back up, the debris didn't leave the canal, you sit the patient back up, and the debris drops through their canal and they get another phase of dizziness with a reversal of the nystagmus that you noted in the initial testing position. So that would be a bad sign. So that's just to give you an idea of what occurs with debris in the posterior canal during a Hallpike and a modified left epley maneuver.